What's your style?
My style? You can call it the art of fighting without fighting.
The art of fighting without fighting?
The first thing to say about this presentation is that it's aimed at businesses that sell things to other businesses in a complex environment and employ account managers, sales execs, business development managers, whatever you call the people that look after and sell to your customers. And what I mean by complex is that there are often multiple people involved in buying whatever it is that you're selling. So if you're cold calling or sell stuff to individuals you'll never deal with again, this short film probably won't interest you. Unless that is, you like to see a lot of fast-moving pictures strung together in a tenuous mixed metaphor. Okay, let's take a step back and consider the fundamentals of selling. When anyone buys anything, and this still applies to complex selling, the process is very straightforward. The seller makes an offer, and the prospect needs to move through two thought processes before they will buy. These thought processes are interest and desire. However, two things malfunction all too often in this basic process. As soon as most of us, and this applies to CEOs, management and senior experienced sales folk, hear a customer express some interest, we all get excited and jump straight to trying to get the customer to buy before they've had any chance to develop a desire for what we're offering. And what does this do? Yes, you guessed it, it makes the customers run in the other direction. Then we come to the second problem. Your shy salespeople hear some interest and they freeze. They don't want to mess the opportunity up by coming across all salesy, scaring them away, so they don't do anything, they just freeze and never follow up. And the reason for this is that traditional selling doesn't work. Yes, that's right. Complex, sophisticated customers hate being sold to in the traditional sense. As soon as they hear the pitch starting, they know the hard sell is coming and they back off. Because we've all experienced it at some point and it's awkward. Okay, let's look a little closer at the situation and think of some remedies for this. If we look at the market for whatever it is you're selling, this graphic very nicely sums it up. Even if you're selling something really sexy, there will still be 30% of what you think are your market that wouldn't take what you're offering even if it was free. If you don't believe me, try it. I've had amazing products which we've offered for free, and despite our sound targeting, discovered some won't even listen to the offer, let alone buy anything. Then you have the next 30% of your market who are happy with what they have and are just not interested. Then you have the customers who are interested, but just not at this moment for loads of other reasons. Now, it's nice to know these people exist as this is your future pipeline, but you need sales now, right? Then we come to the bit we can work with. Customers who are very open to buying, which make up about 7% of your market, and then the really golden leads that need exactly what you're selling at that precise moment in time, and they make up 3% of the people you deal with. So there are just 10% of the people you're dealing with that are actually genuine leads. But finding these customers is time consuming and often feels like searching for the needle in a haystack. And even these customers take work. All they've done at this point is shown some interest in your offer. And as we saw earlier, they still won't buy from you unless you spend some time developing genuine desire in them. This is the bit most people think of as selling skills. But to round the point home, it takes about 10 quality interactions, not just being annoying and pestering people, to convert a genuine lead who is interested into a customer that buys stuff from you. Are you still with me? Good, because this is where it gets interesting if you're a business who employs account managers, business development managers, account execs, etc., etc. The best way to generate new sales is to cultivate the customers that you already have. If you haven't got any customers that regularly buy from you, you probably are a startup or a really small business, and you'd be better off speaking to a specialist in marketing and lead generation. But if you are a business with an established customer base, you have everything you need to nurture your existing accounts into raving fans. And then they become your best method of generating new leads with pre-qualified customers who are in the 10% we saw earlier that you want to be speaking with. I don't think I'm saying anything new here. This has essentially been Apple's business model all along, and they've done okay. But to nurture your existing accounts to become raving fans takes skill, and that's what we at 360 Degrees specialise in. There's been a long-running debate about hunting and farming in B2B sales. In a kind of macho way, many sales organisations are drawn toward the notion of hunting new business is what the best salespeople do, but it's simply not sustainable or true. The time and effort to continually produce new leads and take them on a journey from cold lead to raving fan is difficult, because it really is hunting for the needle in the haystack, and all too often you end up catching nothing and taking home an empty pot. But you're an established business with customers already and probably a marketing department responsible for cultivating cold leads. If you coach your sales team to farm and care for your existing customers, you'll get a speedy return on your time invested, because those customers have bought from you before, which means they've gone through the time-consuming stages of the fundamental sales process we saw earlier, which was interest and desire. If your account managers develop your customers into raving fans, they will be your best source of warm leads and new business. However, farming isn't easy, as Mr. Clarkson will tell you. If you haven't seen it, it is worth a watch. You need someone like Caleb with the relevant experience to train, coach, and mentor your team. 360 Degree Group has an instructional coaching program which hones the skills of your account managers, business development managers, or whatever title you use for the people who look after your customers and are responsible for growing your business. If this doesn't appeal, then you could go back to hunting with all its risks, or send your team on a personality insights course, or an NLP firewalking course. Or you could reach out now and make life a lot easier for yourself and work with a kick-ass company.